Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Was zum... Führt ja eins zum nächsten. Ich wollte mich gerade freuen, dass ich den Code rausgekriegt habe. Und da dieses große, schwere Buch, uralt, in Leder gebunden.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Und jetzt sowas. Jetzt sind wir Dr. Colden auf einmal.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down. His skin losing its color. His body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will.
Okay.
I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
Okay. Einfach sich drauf einlassen. Das kann ja nicht schaden.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
Okay. Wissen wir nichts.
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
Petechien sind ganz kleine Einblutungen unter der Haut, wie Nadelstiche. Kann vorkommen, wenn man unter Thrombozytopenie leidet. Also einer Thrombozytenunterzahl.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Im Bauch? Yes. Wir fangen also mit den einfachen an. Er ist stark dehydriert.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Der verwandelt sich jetzt nicht in ein Fischwesen.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Kein Fischmensch. Ein Kopffüßler. Wie Charles Hawkins.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations, and this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
Hawkins, Fitzroy und Fuller. Die drei stecken unter einer Decke.
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder, and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Okay. Wahrscheinlich muss man in den Akten schnüffeln.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office. What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Ach je. Tagebuch konsultieren. Wieder einmal im Institut. Ich fand ein Buch im Tresor des Buchhändlers. Irgendwas stimmte damit nicht. Es roch nach Totenverwesung. Mich überkam ein ungutes Gefühl. Ich las darin, um es zu verstehen, was ich empfand. Doch was passierte danach? Wo bin ich? Ich wollte diesen verfluchten Ort doch nie wiedersehen.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Ich wüsste, wo das
Everybody
ist.
says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Okay.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Kopf hoch, Elisabeth. Kopf hoch. Lüftung, das Bad. Ja. Ein Kopffüßler. Dachte ich mir doch. Fuller versteckt seine wahren Absichten. Das Nachschlagewerk der medizinischen Wissenschaften. Wie ein Wörterbuch behandelt dieses Werk in alphabetischer Reihenfolge alle bekannten und praktizierten medizinischen Wissenschaften. Für jeden der Einträge sind die Hauptwerke und die zuständigen Behörden aufgeführt. Schön, alles untersuchen. Wir dürfen nichts den Zufall überlassen.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a
Selbstverständlich.
minute. Where do you think you're going?
Ach, das ist Miss Donovan.
Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Nett. Okay. Wir brauchen ein Ablenkungsmanöver.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office. The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl.
And the doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Die 2 steckt wahrscheinlich. Mrs. Donovan steckt wahrscheinlich genauso mit drin. Lumodeliquent. Diese pseudowissenschaftliche Abhandlung von César Lombroso setzt die Morphologie eines Menschen in Kontext zu dessen krimineller Veranlagung. Die Ernsthaftigkeit dieser Studie und die Genauigkeit der Demonstrationen können einen uninformierten Leser täuschen. Ich kann keine Akzente nachmachen.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
So. Wir müssen doch hier irgendwie eine Möglichkeit haben.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Soll der nicht in Quarantäne sein? Ach so, ich dachte schon.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
Okay.
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Ja, schon mal hier sind, können wir auch was Gutes tun. Küche. Ah. Ich kann mir nichts Besseres vorstellen. So irgendwelche Suppen. Nee, gut. Wir müssen uns nicht verstecken. Die Äpfel sehen ganz gut aus.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Na gut, warum nicht? Sind ja eh alles Menschen. Storage Room. Medizinkunde und geheime Wissenschaften. Dieses höchst interessante Buch, das für ein breites Publikum geschrieben wurde, zeigt, wie nicht anerkannte Wissenschaften die moderne Medizin beeinflusst haben. Magnetismus, überlieferte Geheimnisse, chinesische Akupunktur, Hypnose, Kräuterkunde, Alchemie und viele andere haben zu Beginn des Jahrhunderts in gewisser Weise die Medizinkunde bereichert.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Okay. Weitermachen.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I'm sorry. Dr. Fuller is a very busy man.
Well, is there anyone else who can tell us what's going on?
She's our only family, you know? And we can't even see her medical file.
Naja, komm, machen wir noch was Gutes.
Don't worry. I'm aware our institution is not always welcoming. But your mother is in good hands. I'll tend to her myself. And keep you informed at once. Would that suit you?
Well, that sure sounds great to us, Doctor. Thank you.
But those are just words, so we're not budging.
Very well. At least I'll know where to find you.
Hätte ich jetzt auch gesagt. Dann suchen wir jetzt die Mutter von den beiden gucken, was mit der Ollen los ist. Schönes Kaminfeuerchen.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ja.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, is that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
I'll just sleep a bit more.
Das Beste, was du machen kannst. Lachen und schlafen. Das sind die besten medizinischen Möglichkeiten.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Okay. Irene Sanders. In der Akte wird der Zustand beschrieben, in dem Irene Sanders im Riverside-Institut eingeliefert wurde, sowie die verabreichten Behandlungen. Fuller fügte handschriftlich eine Notiz hinzu. Er empfiehlt sie, in den psychiatrischen Flügel zu verlegen, um ihr die Ruhe und Erholung zu geben, die sie benötigt. Irene? Hallo?
Mrs. Sanders?
Was? Irene? Irene! Oh nein! Du hast doch... Mit dir war davor doch alles in Ordnung! Die Irene. Die macht Sachen. Was ist denn nun los mit ihr? Die macht mir jetzt ein bisschen Sorgen. Der Schlüssel zum Heizungsraum.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Sehr gut.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Wie die Dämpfe, die wir unten im Keller hatten. Jo, gut, alles gut.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Wo sind die Mutti von den beiden?
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. His binds left bloody wounds. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Etwas anderes drücken sollen? Was anderes auswählen?
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but... It's a quiet little town.
Okay.
Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself,
Kann nicht gehen.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost
Bradley.
no patients here.
Hi!
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Na komm her.
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
No. Look, I don't want you to laugh at me.
Kriegst du keinen hoch.
Ethan, If you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Eine epidemische Ausbreitung von Albträumen. Also liegt es nicht nur an Pierce.
Dr. Colden.
Okay. Du sagst auch nichts weiter. Wo ist denn die Mutti von den beiden Herren?
Where did my fiancé go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please. The
Wollt
fewer
zumachen.
interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
Ja, ist doch gut. Ich wollte doch bloß zumachen. Blöde Kuh.
This man, Edward Pierce. His file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Die Akte ist unvollständig und Behandlungsdetails sind nicht vermerkt. Die übliche Praxis wurde hier nicht befolgt. Ah. Sonst haben wir eine Akte von uns
Dr.
selbst.
Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What?
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
Weiß
I'll
ich.
never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
Aber ich kann es versuchen. Zumindest die, die ich halt behandeln möchte. Aber warum macht Dr. Fuller alles?
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him. The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Was macht denn der Typ dann da drin? Oh nee, komm!
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Jetzt damit um die Ecke. Kann ich einfach hier so eine Stange nehmen und mit Hebelkraft da was reißen? Emanzipation! Ich kann das auch!
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Ich glaube, Pierce ist genauso stark wie sie. Gibt's den Hausmeister?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't know this.
Hat sie jetzt auch immer dasselbe Schätzchen. Ja toll, wo soll ich denn hier... Werkzeug finden. Das ist ein Krankenhaus. Das ist Donovan.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Wo finde ich denn... Die Küche. Küche ist immer gut. Mensch. Kann nicht so schwer sein, hier ein Werkzeug zu finden.
Dr. Colden?
Der pennt. Sehen irgendwie auch alle gleich aus. Ohne Worte.
Ah, so there's Harding. She's still sleeping. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Das ist genauso merkwürdig wie die spontane Heilung von Pierce.
So, Doctor, have you been able to examine our mother?
Pardon me, but could you remind me what her case is?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney...
Haben sie ja vorhin schon erzählt.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference. Thank you again, Doctor.
Das ist doch schön. Das Ding wird halt scheiße. Steht komplett an ihr vorbeigelaufen, ne? Aber es macht ja nichts. Aber irgendwas müssen wir doch an Werkzeug finden. Das ist ein scheiß Krankenhaus. Muss doch irgendwas sein.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island. This place draws you in and never lets you go. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. Everything all right, Doctor?
All is well, Elizabeth, thank you. I was making sure the...
Thank God, no. The water's running. I haven't...
Come now. Don't let...
I'm trying, Doctor. Sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Kopf hoch. Wo finde ich denn...
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Ja, das hast du schon dreimal richtig verstanden. Ich finde hier nicht, ne? Kann nicht sein, dass es hier keine Möglichkeit gibt, an Werkzeug zu kommen. Hier, nimm so eine Zange und zieh! Mensch, Mädchen. Super hippokratischen Eid abgeleistet. Verfolgst du auch toll. Bist eine gute Ärztin. Aber an Kreativität fehlt's dir ungemein.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Thank you. I'll be going.
Die klingeln da nicht. Vielleicht frage ich einfach Ethan.
Is everything all right, Ethan?
Yeah, I know I should go.
I will work until late.
Oh. All right.
Das gibt's doch gar nicht. Jetzt bin ich schon wieder bei den Patienten. Ach, Irene. Macht mich schon ein bisschen traurig. Der erwischt doch hier nicht mehr. Ist hier was? Ja! Endlich! Auf dem Kackhaus! Bistration, Bathing Room, Boiler Room. Oh, endlich! Scheiß Kackhaus.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
Tagebuch konsultieren. Ich fand ein Buch. Okay, hab ich doch. Wen ist denn das Krankenhaus? Der Krankenhaus von Pierce. Jetzt außenrum?
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
So, jetzt schnell
The
beeilen.
Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Stendhal-Syndrom sagt mir aber auch noch nicht. Eine Studie über das Stendhal-Syndrom. Eine besonders seltene Geisteskrankheit. Betroffene zeigen psychische Störungen aufgrund einer Reizüberflutung, wenn sie Kunstwerken ausgesetzt sind. Aber müsste in... Es klingt plausibel, keine Frage, aber müsste in die Skilla.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files.
Die war jetzt im Büro von Fuller versteckt. Er hat seine Gedanken zu einer der 4 Psychoanalysen aufgezeigt, die an Sarah Hawkins vornahm.
I was right. I should go another way.
Okay, die alte Hexe hat es nicht gesehen. So. Gibt ja hier bloß eins. Doch nicht. Hauptziel, Fuller's Büro. Hab ich doch! Zurück zum Stendhal-Syndrom. Sollte es nicht eigentlich bei einem Kunstsammler nicht schon entweder viel früher auftreten oder so abgehärtet sein, dass es gar nicht auftritt.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Fitzroy hat mitbekommen, dass Hawkins und Fuller irgendwas vorhatten. Und hat ihn zur Rede gestellt.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Was ist denn hier Schönes?
Why is Ethan on medication?
Was hat jetzt mit Ethan zu tun?
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Das ist der Schuh. Der Schuh von Sarah Hawkins, den sie verloren hatte. Das ist ihre Leiche.
I must go back to the basement.
Wartet die hier schon immer? Geht das Wasser immer noch nicht? Oh. Ach, wie schön es doch hier auf einmal ist. Nett. Und was kam hier? Blutend und ist hier lang geschliffen worden. Komm schon. Oh, Dr. Fuller!
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly.
talk, filthy thief. I swear I'll shoot.
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead.
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
Ah. Verdammt.
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Okay, warum nicht? Einfach mitnehmen.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
Thank you, Drake.
Den haben wir doch auch im gestrandeten Wal gesehen.
I pray that Colden is really here. And alive.
Tagebuch der Frau von Reverend Band 1. Das Tagebuch der Frau von Reverend Rick Wood, ihr Ehemann John, erbaute gegen Ende des 17. Jahrhunderts das Anwesen der Hawkins, Hilltop genannt. Sie gehörten zu den ersten weißen Siedlern der Insel. Die vorherigen Bewohner verschwanden unter mysteriösen Umständen 3 Jahrhunderte zuvor.
An old diary.
Das hat Marie nicht gefunden. Verschlossen. Merkwürdig. Ich weiß, dass wir hier
Right.
waren.
Enough time wasted. Colden needs me. I must find her.
Oh! What the fuck? Was willst du von mir?
My God, what is happening to me? What was that? It's as if I'd been transported somewhere else.
Okay. Hier komme ich nicht zurück. Ach, die Orte sind hier miteinander verbunden. Okay. Da komme ich auch nicht lang. Medizinkunde und geheime Wissenschaften. Die Lösung war auf dem Klo das letzte Mal. Block. Keine Ahnung, wo ich lang muss.